Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about company meetings. In our topic, company meetings part 2. As we have studied meeting in our chapter 7. So, let's quickly revise meaning of meeting. The term meeting is derived from the Latin word meta. Meta means face to face. Children, what do you mean by meeting? A meeting may be defined as gathering or assembling of two or more persons for transacting any lawful business. Let's move on to learn the types of meeting. In joint stock company, there is a separation of ownership and management. Hence, there is a need to conduct meetings of the shareholders and board of directors. Several types of shareholders meetings and directors meetings are conducted by the company. Types of meeting. There are three types of company meeting. 1. Shareholders meetings. 2. Directors meetings. 3. Creditors meetings. Shareholders meetings are of two types. 1. General meeting. 2. Class meeting. General meetings are also of two types. 1. Annual general meeting. 2. Extraordinary general meeting. Directors meetings are of two types. 1. Board meetings. 2. Committee meetings. Last is creditors meeting. Let's focus on each types of meeting in detail. Shareholders meetings. Shareholders participate in the management of the company. They exercise their right to manage the company by participating in shareholders meeting. Shareholders meetings are arranged to discuss on various issues and arrive at decision. First type of shareholders meeting, general meeting. These are meetings of equity shareholders of the company. There are two types of general meeting. 1. Annual general meeting. 2. Extraordinary general meeting. Annual general meeting, section 96. Annual general meeting is a meeting of equity shareholders which is held once in every financial year. Purpose of annual general meeting. Annual general meeting of shareholders is held every year to review the progress made by the company during the financial year and to discuss and to take decisions on various issues such as 1. To adopt annual accounts, directors' reports and auditors' reports. 2. To declare dividend. 3. To elect directors in place of retiring directors. 4. To appoint auditors and fix their remuneration. 5. To review the progress and performance of the company. Children, what are the legal provisions for AGM, that is Annual General Meeting? Legal provisions are as follows. 1. Time of holding annual general meeting. 2. Authority to convene meeting. 3. Notice. 4. Date, time and place of AGM. 5. Quorum. 6. Adjournment of meeting. 7. Default. Number 1. Time of holding annual general meeting. First annual general meeting shall be held within 9 months of closing of the first financial year of the company. Subsequent annual general meeting, it must be held within 6 months after completion of its financial year. The interval between two AGM should not be more than 15 months. Extension of time for conducting AGM. The registrar may, for any reason, extend the time to conduct AGM by a period not more than 3 months. However, the registrar cannot provide extension in case of the first AGM. One person company is exempted from provision of AGM. Number 2, authority to convene meeting. The board of directors is the proper authority to convene annual general meeting. Number 3, notice. The secretary should send 21 clear days notice to all members of the company at their registered address by post or through electronic mode. Number 4, date, time and place of AGM. Every annual general meeting shall be called during business hours between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on any day that is not a national holiday and shall be held either at a registered office of the company or at some other place within the city or village in which the registered office of the company is situated. Number 5, quorum. According to Companies Act 2013, the quorum for AGM of a public company is as under. Number of shareholders, not more than 1000, quorum of 5 members, more than 1000 but up to 5000, quorum of 15 members, exceeds 5000, quorum of 30 members. For private company, minimum 2 members should be personally present. 6. Adjournment of meeting. Annual general meeting is adjourned in absence of quorum. It is held on the same day, time and place in the next week. Number 7, default. If the annual general meeting is not held as per the provisions of the Act or instruction of central government, it is called as default in holding annual general meeting. The company and every officer of the company who is in default are punishable with fine. Fine may be up to rupees 1 lakh and in case of continuing default with further fine which may be extended up to rupees 5000 per day. Extraordinary General Meeting, Section 100. The meeting which is held to discuss and decide special or urgent matters is called as Extraordinary General Meeting. Such special matters which are transacted in extraordinary general meeting are called special business. This meeting is convened between two annual general meeting. Purpose of extraordinary general meeting. Extraordinary general meeting of shareholders is held to take immediate decision on some important issues of the company, such as number 1, alteration in memorandum of association. Number 2, alteration of articles of association. Number 3, removal of director before expiry of his or her terms. Number 4. Removal of auditor before expiry of his or her terms. Number 5. Voluntary winding up of company. Legal provisions. Authority to convene board of directors. The board of directors has the right to call an extraordinary general meeting by giving proper notice to shareholders. Board of directors on requisition of members. Every member can request the company to hold extraordinary general meeting. In case of company having share capital, members holding at least 1/10 of the paid up share capital carrying voting rights, and in case of a company not having share capital, members having 10% of voting powers can request to hold extraordinary general meeting. The board must hold extraordinary general meeting within 45 days of the date of the receipt of the requisition from the members. Requisitions themselves. If the board fails to call on extraordinary general meeting, the meeting can be called by the requisitions themselves. It should be held within 3 months from the date of deposit of requisition. Company shall pay for all the expenses incurred in holding this extraordinary general meeting. National Company Law Tribunal or government, if due to any reason it is impracticable for a company to hold extraordinary general meeting, then NCLT can order the company to hold it. NCLT can order such a meeting on its own or at the request of a director or any member having voting right. The provisions related with period of notice and quorum are same as annual general meeting. Next meeting is class meeting, section 48. Class meeting means a meeting which is held to make changes in right and duties of particular class of shareholders and to get their consent for the changes affecting their interests is called as class meeting. Resolution. In this meeting, generally special resolutions are passed. Purpose. When company wants to change rights of a particular class of shareholders, then the company has to call a meeting of such shareholders to get consent for the change. Frequency. The class meeting is not held regularly.